morning, afternoon, midday, whatever time it is. Hello, Iriam. Hello, hello. Getting everything set up still. Oh, the Wi-Fi's bad? Oh no. Yeah, it'd be like that over there. That's one of the things Nimble would complain about every time they would go. Is that the Wi-Fi is bad. Oh, that's really funny. Alright, goodbye. Have fun. Beep, 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 beep. There we go. I think. Gotta ping everybody. Ah. I can't stay too long because it just these hours go by. The aftertaste is killing you. Oh no. Oh jeez. Look, the texture was fine, but the aftertaste. Yeah, I feel like the aftertaste can just make or break the entire thing. It either is or isn't good. And I was like, man. Man. Alrighty then. Cake thirsties definitely are not. Yeah. You love fancy, like creepypasta website. Ooh, maybe. Thank you. Ah. I had really spicy food, so now I'm eating ice cream. It ain't going well, Chief. What the heck is this? What? There we go. Now ready. Time to read some creepy pastas. And I can figure out something for tomorrow. Man, today's been stupid. I I burnt my finger on like some embers earlier. What the heck? I did try foreign sweets, so this it was cool. Yeah, foreign sweets are always really cool. It's hard to find them where I am, so whenever I do get a chance, I'm like, oh heck yeah. I'm so excited for when I can go back to the international supermarket. Hello, Gary. Welcome in. Hello. You've changed your name. Oh, thank you. Delicious. It drowns in boba. I actually have a really funny story about boba. I exactly. I had to eat it with the wrapper. So there's one time I went and got boba. Hello, Wolf Titan. Welcome in. Welcome, welcome. I went and got boba, and like I was with my mom and my great grandpa, and I handed the boba to my great grandpa for him to try it. And then as we drove to like another parking lot, I turned around and he had drank all of it. He ate my boba. This was funny as shit. I left him alone with it for like not even 2 minutes. Ah, cold. Japanese teas remain the best so far. Yeah. I love Japanese style vanilla. Like ice cream. I love it so much. It is amazing. Where it's like not overly sweet vanilla. It's the greatest. Canadian chocolate is also pretty mellow. Oh, I see. I don't think I've had any Canadian chocolates. They don't really sell them where I'm at. I probably have to go more up north for it. Yeah. That was your recommendation? The next time I see it, I will grab it. Yeah. I've had like German chocolates and like chocolates from like Dutch areas. Apparently not allowed to join my Bluetooth after joining stream. It crashes the app. Really? That's a yike. Man, I can't wait to put my stream on the headphones. App explodes. Oh. Just melt in the mattress, right? Oh, I see. That actually sounds so good. Okay. Homemade cookies are the best. Hello, Uncle Tony, welcome in. That's probably just a me issue. Ooh. I'm keeping it star right now. Man, sorry it's being dumb for you. I find it's a 50-50 whenever I try to connect my Bluetooth headphones to my phone with Iriam. I think I also have to restart the app, so I don't know. Right? And it's like smooth chocolate. It's not like whatever the fuck Hershey's is. Bluetooth always works for me with this app. Yeah, I think it varies from time to time. As weird as that is. Let's have that right there. But yeah, I don't know what it is. It hasn't crashed it for me, but my issue's coming for getting I have Bluetooth on and not having a headset on. I do that all the time. Excuse me. Haystack cookies? I don't think I've had a haystack cookie. Oh, what are these? They're cookies made with chow mein noodles? Hmm. Yo, those look good. What the heck? Next time we have chow mein noodles, I'll have to make these. My raisin cookies are top tier, second only to chocolate chip. You have to get Tim Horton cookies if you ever go to Canada? Yeah, I'll have to. Also, I can't eat raisins, so I can't have oatmeal raisins, but I do like normal oatmeal cookies. Normal oatmeal cookies are pretty good. Oh, yeah, I'll need to try. I've heard the Tim Horton cookies are really good. Monster cookies? What the heck is monster cookie? So many cookies. Hi, Nimble. Monster cookie. Oh, they're the ones with the M&Ms and stuff. At 10 is the dollar store of coffee shops. Oh. Won't break your wallet for large coffee. That's pretty cool. Hi, Virtue. I think it gets fancier and fancier every time I see. It feels like you guys are like wearing scarves of the Oshi mercs. My day's been pretty alright. How's yours been? Dude, monster cookies are awesome. They look, they're so good. Nah. Yo, what are those? I've never had those. What the heck? They're shortbread cookies. I see. Your day's been good? Good. Very good. Tim Hortons has the smile cookies that are just a chocolate chunk cookies with frosting smile. Oh, I see. I'm going to be reading today. I do have a copy of CreepyPasta up about crows if you want to read that. But so far we've been talking about cookies. Miss me with the Oshis, give me a Yoshi? Yeah, exactly. Someone to commit tax fraud with. The IRS will find you. But not if they find me first. Man, I have one open. But we do not have to read it. Pull my hair. I said just Tiki Toby, but the critter is a yeah. Hello, Arlo. Welcome in. Welcome, welcome. Hello, hello. Hello. Yeah, I guess I should get on with the reading, huh? We processed for 2 days in a row, so it's weird. Usually put them out for a week or two for just going to charities. Ah, I see. Kebler elf cookies. The heck? Kebler elf. Oh, those. Ew. Thank you. Know what you're doing. All the cookies you know? Yeah, sure. Said ew. They're not my favorite. Well, I like the fudge stripes. I like the fudge stripes. I don't like the elf fudge, but I like the fudge stripes. I know I'm blasphemous. Blasphemy. Sure. Ta-da. Dude, I love peanut butter cookies. Dude, every time my mom makes peanut butter cookies, it's a fight to, like, get them before they're gone. Thank you. Man, peanut butter fudge cookies are good, too. I really like chocolate espresso cookies. Those are really good. If you make onion cookies, keep that shit away from me. Hello, Saber. Welcome in. Welcome, welcome. Bet. Do it. Heck yeah! And they're scuffling for the bag. Thank you. Onion cookies aren't bad. Ooh, ooh. I'm good. Why are you random onion stuff? Onion shaped. As long as there's no onions in them, they're fine. Uh, can I have it without the onion at all? Hey, there are some people who eat an onion raw like an apple, man. Well, thank you. Hearts are like snacks, man. Hello, Black Dragon King. Welcome in. Welcome, welcome. Thank you. Oh, they're back to being stars. They're not snowflakes anymore. Interesting. Well, thank you. Hi, Aurelia. Welcome in. Hello. Should you skip her tea afterwards? I'm allergic. Oh my god, speaking of Tin Horton cookies, you have these huge caramel cookies that are over chocolate, huge pool of caramel in the middle. Yo, that sounds awesome. Oh. Did dip my chicken nuggets in ice cream and I drink the half and half? Yeah, you do. So far this theme of the stream is creepy pastas and cookie opinions. I mean, what was the Christmas cookies covered in white chocolate? Yeah, those are good. I love the Christmas cookies with white chocolate. I like the you know the sewing tin cookies? The like cookies that are in the containers that usually have like sewing kits in them. My favorite killer, like my favorite serial killer, or like my favorite creepypasta killer. Pillsbury instant sugar cookies. Oh my goodness. Hi, Brahago, welcome in. Yes to both. My favorite creepypasta is actually, I think it's Happy Painter, or like Happy Painter, whatever it is. Hello, welcome in. And then my favorite, serial killer is, what was his name? That's actually a hard one. Yeah, Bloody Painter is what it was. Fruit cookies aren't bad. I feel like fruit cookies, you gotta do it right. Ah, what? Hang on, list of serial killers. List the serial killers. I missed the enter key twice. No, Jeffrey Dahmer's not my favorite. Too many people rant as a fuck. So IRL serial killer? None unless they murder. Yeah, true. Uh, which one was it? Favorite analog horror? I actually kind of really like the Mandela Catalog. It's pretty good. I guess it would be probably 10 for just like an easy, quick one, Ted Bundy. But I guess like favorite manga? Ooh. I think it's the Pokemon Black and White manga has to be my favorite. That and The Way of a Household Husband is really good. I also really like the Ginger Ito manga. I love Ginger Ito. Those are my favorites though. Well, if you like horror, there's a great place to start. Just, don't watch the anime. Doesn't exist. What do I consider horror? I don't like loud jump scare horror. Ugh, I hate that. Honestly, I guess horror could be whatever is scary. Because, I mean, it's horrifying to you, at least. Yeah, no, don't. Man, I think if they actually just didn't rush the anime, it would have been amazing. I'm so upset. I was so excited for it. I was so excited! Crushing defeat. Ah! But I guess for like favorite types of horror, I like more, I guess, quiet horror. Yeah, yeah. Remind me of Linky World of Horror on Steam. Ooh, yeah, do it. Oh, Avatar, welcome in. Welcome. Talking about horror stuff. Ooh, I guess. I don't know. Hello. Hello, hello. I guess I should probably get on with the reading, huh? I went to like the CreepyPasta website and there's this one called I Eat Crows. Also, just someone I gotta introduce here, horror buff. Ooh. Ho, ho, ho. I wanna watch more horror movies. I need to watch. Blah. I wanna watch Tusk. Yo, why does this creepypasta start out with I killed my first crow? Is it gonna be safer stream? Huh. Yeah, this creepypasta starts off with I killed my first crow at 9. That poor crow, dude. Man. I wish I could say it was an accident, but that'd be a lie, and then there's no space. It's okay, we keep going. I'd been watching it for about a week. That's impossible, this isn't a... yeah. Why would you stalk it? There's no way that's the same crow. It came to our yard at the same time each morning. I knew it was the same crow because of white blotch around one of its eyes, almost like a birthmark. Sure. I do too. I want to watch. I want to watch the creepy walrus movie. I want to watch the creepy walrus movie. Let me watch the walrus. Bet. Hop it, hop it, hop. Do do boop 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 boop. My multiple people movie night. It would hop around, peck at the dirt for a bit, then fly away. Beautiful. Well, it's amazing. I'll have to check him out. I will have to. After. I would as Lich, but they don't trust me after. Isn't Rubber about the killer tire? Why don't they trust you after a movie about a killer tire? It's just a tire. What, is he tired of it? There. You're staying out of it. Why are you staying out of it, man? You don't wanna watch the silly walrus movie? What if I bribe you? Yeah. Guys, we gotta bribe Nimble somehow. We gotta bribe them somehow. Yeah. Yes, you wouldn't even listen to my recommendation for the National Lampoon Christmas Vacation. No. Man. Thank you. Yeah, let's see. Where the heck was I on this story? Where was it? There it is. I'm not sure why it kept to this routine. It wasn't like we were leaving food out for it or anything. They forgot the space again. One day, for whatever reason, I decided to pick up a stone and throw at it. I missed, only succeeding in scaring the poor thing off. I didn't expect to see it again, but lo and behold, the next morning as I looked out the kitchen window, there it was, right on schedule. Man, this crow's got a routine. Man. Let's see. Oh, there it is. I ran out, got another rock, threw it at it, and off it flew. I want to come back the following day. I've seen 8 Crazy Nights trending lately, and the crazy movie was. The get it you on your crossplay for you to watch does. Come on, man. What is this? It's an Adam Sandler movie? I have never heard of this movie. I've never heard of 8 Crazy Nights. What the heck? Oh my god, Adam Sandler looks so old. What the? He looks like a young version of President Snow. Adam, what happened to you? The game called Is It a Lesbian or Adam Sandler? I need this game now. The movie is literal shit. Apparently a song from it became a huge meme on YouTube. There's songs? Please don't tell me Adam Sandler busted down Sensual Style. No. 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 I want it. There's a scene where reindeer eat shit. Sounds like an Adam Sandler movie. Yeah, yeah. hmm Yeah, but that's it. Oh, we're good. We're back. We're back. Adam Sandler kids a candy? Candy? I'll link it later. It's pretty brain rotty. Fair. I don't want more brain rot. My brain's already rotting away. There we go. Basically, it's just getting pictures of Adam Sandler and some lesbians, and you have to guess if it's Adam Sandler or the lesbian. And one of the artists on the movie worked on the Kingdom Hearts book. What the heck? He's simple. What the heck? What the heck is Adam Sandler? The heck? I mostly remember him from like Waterboy. And then like this one cringe movie about like a girl who loses her memories every day. Also, Adam Sandler produced. Oh, I already read that. Is that how you got Bob Parker on Happy Gilmore? Maybe. I guess some people thought they were supposed to. Oh my god. That. That's bragging rights. Hi, Legion. Welcome in. Welcome, welcome. I was watching it over Christmas and he's on the credits as producer. Huh. Interesting. It's going all right. How's it going for you? Also, thank you for the start. Matches my background. Oh, going all right. Good. Oh, thank you. Delicious. Hearts. The hearts of my enemies. Going all right. Cool. Oh, thank you. Yo, let's go! Wait, that's a lot of points. What the fuck? What the heck? Thank you. You have to give me a cheer. Oh no! I don't know how to get the points back. Oops. Uh. Okay. We're good. I'm honored nonetheless. Ow! Hey! Hey! How Thank you. Thank you. Oh my god. Thank you. Fight, fight, fight. Thank you for all your head pats. My head has now been sanded down back to a normal surface after the dent had been left in it from the bone. And I'll do it again. Join the break. Thank you. Thank you. I appreciate you for being here. These streams don't happen without y'all. Let's go. That's fine. You show up when you show up, and that's enough. Just showing up when you can. Because my stream schedule is it's a schedule. This was belted out pretty well where the brain rots part. Oh, I see. This entire reason sit up about a minute or two. That is fair. That is very, very fair. Also, congratulations, Nimble. You did it. That's a lot of stars. Yeah. Oh, the heck. I'm gonna mute this and I'm gonna play it.
Huh?
I'm dead. You
Mhm.
killed me. I'm dead. Blown to smithereens. Oh, thank you. Man, I'm dead. Dang, you're beating me up. Hitting me with a baseball bat and then bonking me in the face. What the heck? Operation Terrorize. Blew me up and bonked me and beat me up. And what the heck is this? I'm getting murdered in my own cave. Thank you. I appreciate it. I really, really appreciate it. Yeah, Iriam does give you the tools to beat the crap out of your favorite streamer. This is the face. Hello, Hell Knight. Welcome in. Oh boy, do not smoke the diesel. Diesels are not cigarettes. That's unhealthy. Sad I can do a Whitey and an Eleanor impression. That's pretty cool. You appreciate getting blown up. Perchance, maybe. I mean, if you blow me up, I'll just put myself right back together. I truck dead? Yike. Unfortunate. Your phone died, but now it is charging. Welcome back from the dead. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. That makes sense. That's not good for the environment, though. Also, Nimble, what the heck is that, like, screenshot? What the heck is that? Huh. Interesting. Oh, you're gonna go now? Alright. Thank you for stopping by. Have a great rest of your night. Take care. Oh. Wamps. Wamps. And you gotta get ready for bed. Good old hit of the coffin. Rest well. Good night. Good night. For 96 cubic inches of displacement. Oh. That's a lot of displacement. I don't know what any of that means. I don't know much about cars, if I'm honest. Like, a lot of my friends are into cars, and they will, like, yap car knowledge at me. And I'll sit there and I'll pick up some of it, and I'm just like, oh my god, there's so much car knowledge. And to be honest, a lot of it ends up going over my head, even though I try my best to remember everything they're telling me. It, it's always so much at once. Like, there was one time I was supposed to crap black smoke roll. Cool. I understood all of that totally. So, one more cold, like cold air? I'm confused. Yeah, like car stuff. I can't understand car stuff. I try my hardest to make heads or tails of it. It just doesn't work. Like I loosely know how to change the oil in my own vehicle if I really need it, but and I know like the important parts of lights in the car, and I know like the engine of the car I drive, but that's about all I'll know. It it is, however, unfortunate for me, cars were not my area of hyper focus. Now I know other people do, and that's cool. That's a lot of car stuff. Hmm. Interesting. Interesting. Cool. The more you know. Bam, bam. We should probably resume the creepypasta, actually. Where were we? Wait, where were we? Um, Came back the following day. Okay, I found it. I found it. We're good. We kept this dance going pretty much throughout the whole summer. In hindsight, I think I understand why I wanted to hurt it so bad. What did this crow do to this man? Wait, what did this crow do to this man? He wants to hurt him. What the fuck? Clearly. The heck? I was jealous? Jealousy? Unlike it, I couldn't just fly away whenever I wanted. I was stuck here confined to the ground, confined to this hellhole of a house. What the heck? It was as if it knew that and came back every day to taunt me inevitably. They forgot the space in between me and inevitably. So it is me and then capital I and inevitably. Hello, sir. Welcome in. Welcome, welcome. True, dude. If I could just fly anywhere I wanted, that'd be awesome. Welcome, welcome. I want to be held like a burger. I I used to hold my tortoise like a burger. He was burger shaped, so I would just pick him up and hold him like a burger. Heavy burger, yes, but a burger nonetheless. Tortoises are just heavy lawnmowers. Alright, where were we? Inevitably, the stone did find its mark. I was just as surprised as the bird when I finally managed to hit it mid-takeoff, sending it back down to the ground. I want to bloom in someone's grass and snuggle their hand. I yearn for the comforts of being a borb. I too wish to be bird. My bird. Do you do you think that birds, like, the first time they're grabbed, they're just like, what the fuck? Like, imagine you're like a bird in the jungle, right? Randomly one day, when we first like started having birds as pets, and this eldritch being that's like on the ground grabs you and suddenly starts feeding you and calling you a weird and calls you something weird. You're like, that's be so weird. Like spawning in and then some eldritch being comes and like I wanted to be a swan so I could chase people. I'd love to be a goose. I want to be a nuisance. I want to be a territorial fuck. I remember seeing a picture of a confused Aspen being head by an ice cream gun. Yeah, I also saw that. The picture of the lady, the girl who's like, my mom caught the falcon who's been terrorizing our chickens, and it just looks so confused. I also really like the pictures of the pelican where it's like, ah! Neck pump. Ooh, ow. There we go. It's a crack in my back. Birds are weird, but they're also not real, so. As for a scientific reason, there's a comment that it shouldn't be cone shaped. Now, what should it be cone shaped? True. Yeah, birds aren't real. Come on. It's basic knowledge. The falcon, if it didn't want to be held like a cone, oh yeah. Well, I mean, you gotta hold the wings down. There continued to thrash and flap around, but try as it might, it couldn't get airborne again. One of those things didn't seem to be cooperating. After a while, it gave up and just sat there in the middle of the sunburnt grass. It's just puffing and deflating. Its head swiveling in all directions. I grabbed the largest of the lawn ornaments scattered throughout the backyard. Lifted it with both hands and slowly walked over to my wounded quarry. What the fuck, this poor bird? It's just a bird, dude! The bird stayed put. It evidently saw me coming, but promoted and then tried to move away. I raised a hefty porcelain rabbit halfway over my head. It's like, every ounce of force? Oh my god! Oh my. It's a creepy pasta called I Killed Crows. And this kid just brutally pulverized the crow into ground meat. Ooh, baby. Crow bird, guys. We're having crow steaks tonight. Don't mind the crunchy bits, okay? They're they're extra calcium. Dude, it's literally just, it is a sad story. This dude just picks up this round and hello, that Asian dude. Welcome in. Welcome, welcome. We're reading a creepypasta about murdering crows, I guess. He turned it into a puddle. Oh my god. I'm not equipped with the facial expressions for this guy. Oh my goodness. Alright, moving on from preparing crow for dinner. And he realized it didn't make him feel any better. They're still just as angry, just as sad. Only now there was a layer of guilt on top of it all. Suddenly I heard my mom call for me from inside the house. My whole body froze. She shouted at me to go upstairs to get my stuff ready since Dad was coming to pick me up in an hour. I didn't even look back. I just responded with an uneven, okay. Yeah, this is a child that just turned this crow into meat. He said, yeah, the first lines of this story is, I killed my first crow when I was 9. And this whole time this dude has been describing his first murder. And guilt turned into panic. In hindsight, I could have just put the ornament back where I found it. Maybe wiped out the blood. Maybe nobody would have been the wiser. Mom hardly ever went out into the backyard anymore, and even if she did, she probably would have assumed that a stray cat was responsible for the mess. But my 9-year-old brain, that wasn't enough. My mind was cycling through progressively more hopeless scenarios. Mom find out, she'd tell Dad. But if he stopped coming over. But the neighbor's kids saw it and blabbed to everyone at school. They'd think I was an even bigger weirdo than they already did. So you murdered a bird and now you're scared of being bullied? That's what happens when you kill birds, dumbass. You get bullied. Dummy. Yeah! It's a bird! Shame the child. Shame him. Shun him. Just start calling him a bird so he never forgets. Bird! Bird! Hello, Bound the Wild Beats, welcome in. Welcome, welcome. Said that the Bird King sacrificed him for killing a bird. We are reading creepypasta about killing crows. Right. Bigger widow than I did, the lump in my throat grew larger, and my eyes fell back down to the bird or what remained of it. You're welcome. Conflicted emotions wiggled like worms in my gut. Then an unspeakable thought emerged. Yeah. I could eat it. He's gonna eat it? So first you turned this crow into a fucking crunchy pancake, and now you're deciding to eat the crunchy pancake. Yeah, I hope he cooks it, because that's fucking raw crow. Alright, kids, we're having crow pancakes for dinner. The impulse was primal, almost instinctive, stemming from the same raw envy that led me to this gruesome act in the first place. But in a twisted way, it did make sense. I mean, no one batted an eye when Granddad used to take me fishing. Even though we caught and killed the fish, it was good because we ate them afterwards, right? Killing isn't bad when it's done for food. It's fucking raw! Yeah, dude. Like, at least put some fucking grass on it for seasoning or something. Like, don't eat it raw. This is like a moral lesson. Cook and season your crow pancakes before you eat them, okay? Come on, guys. Have some class. You can't just this isn't the Wild West, man. Come on, you gotta season your crow pancakes. Animals do it all the time, and we don't judge them for it. I reached crow and pancakes is a wild combo. Well, I mean, he kind of turned this crow into a pancake of a person and rabbit. I didn't read it because it was read out loud because it's brutally described. It's against me. I mean, hey. And I reached out, fingers trembling, and turned the limp body over to reveal its sleek, ebony feathers matted in crimson. There was an almost metallic scent emanating from it as I picked it off the ground. Yeah. Do you guys want me to read out loud the eating of the crow part? Oh my god, they went into detail. 9-year-olds are weird for real. Ah. They eat birds all the time. Sam's my ears. should I read? No, read out loud the bird crunching part. Okay. Warning. Descripted. Bird dismemberment. I held my breath and bit into the still warm flesh. Its sinewy textures resisted my teeth as blood gushed inside my mouth. But the taste was foreign, tangy. It was neither pleasant nor unpleasant. It just was. Strips of stringy tissue clung stubbornly to the carcass. I had to chew through each one individually. Forcing the first piece down was tough. It slid down my throat like a thick, sluggish rope. With no choice but to continue, I tore off another piece. Like a stretchy protesting as I yanked it away. Each chew echoed in my ears. A sickening squelch against the backdrop of chirping insects and rustling leaves, as if nature itself was holding its breath in disbelief. And it wasn't the only one. Jacob! What the hell are you doing? I dropped my kill and snapped back to see my parents standing at the edge of the yard. Their faces were a mask of disbelief and revulsion as I stared at them. My mouth full of raw meat and feathers. Trail of hot blood dripped down my chin, and that's how I started. The next time I ate a crow, I was 16. He did it again? I spotted it at a park and immediately knew it was the one. Its feathers were deep, rich black like charcoal. Its beak had an unusual shape, curving suddenly inward at the tip. Whether it was a result of some old injury or just a sound screw, I'm no bird expert. So I can't really say. All I knew is that it made my mouth water just looking at it. About animals from the football because this dude sees a crow and it's like a snack. What's the bug? Why are we eating birds? And so I can't resist. I mean, this time my hunting method was a tad more refined. I led the creature to the ground with some food, and while it was busy snacking, I ambushed it with the rim of my tennis racket. It took several hits to fully incapacitate it, and it ended its suffering with a quick stomp to the head. I didn't want it to struggle, and that was never the point. I'm not some sicko sadist. I'm not a sicko. Murders crows to eat it. Yeah, I think you're kind of sick, bro. I just needed it dead. If I had a more painless and effective way to do it, I would have gone for that. Yeah, Peter's been informed. Dude, this guy's just eating birds. The fuck? No seasoning or anything. I looked around, ensuring I had no audience, knelt beside the lifeless bird. The smell was unappetizing, but also intoxicating. Ugh. Now, I think he just has a crow eating thing, I guess. With blood and earth, each wave igniting something within me. I don't know what it was, but it felt right as I sank my teeth into the stringy warm flesh. The familiar metallic tangs built across my tongue. The initial resistance of stinging gave way, and my incisors severed through muscles, stretching and snapping like a taut rubber band.
Fucking.
That's exactly how I feel. I clamped down harder. My teeth started to ache as they hit bone. I tried to bite off its head, but it was both way too hard and way too messy, so I stuck the chin with the soft middle part. Probably the worst part of the whole experience was a bit of intestines. I can't get stuck between my molars. When I finished, I buried what was left and went home like nothing ever happened. Indulging my in such a compulsion became a lot easier once I was old enough to legally purchase a firearm. Pew pew! Dude, he casts a gun on the crows. This peacock's basically eating anything that's not considered normal human food. But I mean, it's an animal. Are crows considered food? She killed a flock of crows, aka murder. He can say murder to murder. True. No, crows are not considered food in the Western culture. Okay, yeah, so it is like Pika. Thank you for the stars. Thank you, thank you. So I guess it would kind of count as it, but like, when do you eat other things? I don't think it's Pika. I think this guy is just a psychopath. Also, there's like no paragraph breaking up. I don't know, man. That's just how it happened. I'm just, I don't know, man. I don't control the comment thing. I don't keep track of all the comments. Ugh, excuse me. All right, back to crow dismemberment. That's why I can explain it. Extreme form of Pikachu? Probably. I don't know. I'm not a doctor. I'm just a vampire. What do I know? I honestly don't know how I haven't gotten sick yet. I've tried cooking the meat, but it just isn't the same. I know what I'm doing can't be healthy, but then again, we all have our vices. Eating raw crows is not a vice. Some people smoke, others rely on alcohol to dull the pain of daily existence. I just happen to enjoy munching on raw crows from time to time. Good night. Rest well. I will be here reading about crows, I guess. In the grand scheme of self-destructive habits, I'd say mine is pretty manageable. Other than that one thing, I've had a pretty normal life up until recently. I don't think you can count eating crows as... Bitch, this ain't normal. I graduated, went to college, got a job, a wife, and a mortgage. We were talking about trying for a kid once we're a bit more financially stable. She obviously had no clue about my quirky little quirky. Bitch, that's not quirky. Eating rubbers is not quirky. That's like if I had the tendency to light people's hair on fire and then was like, oh, tee, I'm just a little quirky. No! Yeah, eating crows is quirky. No, it's not! You little quirks. I know you are. I'm also being sarcastic. What the fuck? How is this rated a 7.2 out of 10? Hello, pretty particle. Welcome in. I'm gonna give you a little disclaimer for crow dismemberment because we're reading a creepypasta. But welcome in. I am on creepypasta.com. The one we're reading is I Eat Crows. And basically, to do a quick catch up, at 9 he murdered a crow because he thought it was taunting him, and then he ate it, and then he did it again, and now he does it as a habit that he calls a little quirky habit. So that's where we're at right now. He's married, talking about a kid. No, this is not a true story. Yeah, he's a little goofy. Yeah, this is 100% fake. There's no way he would have eaten a bird and not, like, perished as a child. Birds are filled with disease. Dude, you'll, like, pet a wild bird and then you'll, like, fall over dead and they'll dance on top of you. He's murdered a murder of crows. Yeah, exactly. Thank you. More stars. He also says it's his vice, which is he's comparing it to like drinking alcohol or smoking a cigarette. And I'm like, no, that's not how it works. You are going to single-handedly eliminate the crow population. Quirky habits over the past few weeks. Oh, thank you. More stars. Thank you, thank you. Let's see, where were we? Over the past few weeks, I've been toying with the idea of telling her, but I guess it's too late now. Yesterday, the boss let us off earlier than usual. Uh-oh. Most of my coworkers headed out for drinks, and I was really looking forward to going home and surprising the wife. Maybe take her out on a nice long drive across town like we used to. When I pulled up in her driveway, I immediately sensed something was wrong. All the lights were out, the window was hanging open, swinging in the cold December wind. Upon closer inspection, I realized that the lock was broken. I wouldn't be surprised if they get their revenge. Well, his house just got broken into, it looks like, so I think the crows broke in to exact their revenge. I realized the walkers were heart racing ever since I. The darkness welcomed me back with indifference. Foreshadowing. I called over my wife. The echo of her name hung in the still air, but only silence answered. My eyes darted around, searching for any sense of life. Any movement whatsoever. That's when I heard it, a grotesque cacophony of caws and wet gurgles. The birds ate his wife! It led me deeper into the bowels of the house where the light of the broken window spilled onto the floor. The dreadful scene illuminated my entire world, shattered my entire world. There, sprawled across our kitchen among the jagged beams of steel and fragmented glass, was Rachel. Her head hung at an awkward angle, her lifeless eyes wide and glassy as they bored into me. Hunched over something was something I'm having a hard time describing even now. Hairless and pink, its leathery skin extends over a body that's disturbingly humanoid yet incorrect. It has a torso, shoulders, and legs that seem only partially formed, reminiscent of an oversized premature fetus. Oh boy. Instead of arms, it has a pair of stunted wings lacking feathers. And its skull is shaped... Where'd it go? Wait, I lost it. Shit. Okay, there it is. I found it. Like Edward Elric's mom, maybe. The skull is shaped that like of a crow, though disproportionately large for its scrawny frame. I just stood there, helpless, and watching as it probed Rachel's mangled remains with its beak. A part of me wanted to lash out at the thing, grab the nearest chair, and beat it to a bloody pulp. But at the same time, I couldn't fully bring myself to hate it. Hate it for what it had done. It's okay if you eat it after, right? The circle of life and all of that. I may be a freak, perhaps not entirely right in the head, but I'll be damned if I add hypocrite on top of it. It's still there in the kitchen, picking at my wife's dead body. I'm waiting for it to finish. I have my 9mm on my lap and hatchet ready. I'll update you guys on how it tastes. It's gonna eat whatever ate his wife. Yeah, dude. In the last sentence, it's literally, I'll update you guys on how it tastes. You can't do that like that. So you're not going to be mad at it for eating your wife and taking over the form of your unborn baby, but you're gonna eat it? I guess. No, you can eat my wife. That's fine. You can eat my wife. I'll just eat you after. Okay, sure, whatever. That works. Okay. Cool. 7.2 out of 10. That was written on the 22nd of December, 2024. So, literally this week. Yep, it's called I Eat Crows on creepypasta.com. It is written by Morning Owl. And she said, eat me. Merry Christmas dreams. Crows. All I want for Christmas is some crow pancakes. Bird pie, yeah, literally. At least put them in the blender, alright? Alright. Should we read one with a higher rating or a lower rating? Are you a fan of body horror? I don't mind body horror that much. Creamy bird pie? Oh. Bird fetus pie. Yeah, but I don't mind body horror. Alright, let's see. I'm trying to see if I can find... Ooh, this one's not even a 4. Ho ho. From March 31st, 2008. Called The Post Office. Ooh, this one's gonna be garbage. Heck yeah, let's read it. Rated as 3.96. Yeah, people really like the Crow story. I think it's a little fucking ridiculous, but sequel to the pre-office. True. All right. Estimated reading time 2 minutes. Must have a thing for crows or a dislike for their wife. Maybe. I hate my wife. I'm gonna write a story about her getting eaten by a crow monster. I hate my wife. Ah! I want my wife to get eaten by crows. No one tell Ari. Feed my wife to the crows. Dude, how... I don't understand. I'm trying to like rack my brain to come up with a reason. I just can't think of one. Oh, animal creepypastas. Oh. There's... Is it about a pitbull? Is it the pitbull named Princess? That rips your face off for coming near it? Alright, let's get the post office and then we'll do the animal princess one. It's a white husky. Oh. Alright. In the panhandle of Oklahoma along the interstate, there's a lone brick building marked Post Office number 56. It is marked with tape at the door as closed. The building has no doors and looks like a small box of bricks from a distance. The door is always locked and will never budge, no matter how hard you try. If anyone tries to come up with a reason for this, they are sus true. Like, what are you saying? What are you saying, sir, about your wife? That you're writing stories about them getting eaten by crows? Every July 7th, you're positioned to the west of the building with the door opposite of where you stand. Your nose will begin to bleed. If you drink some of the blood, one of your teeth will fall out. What? Take the took and go to the door. The tape will no longer be there, and the building will have one small eye-shaped window. If you go to the window and place the tooth in it, the door will click open. Do not look in the window. Never look in the window. What is this? When you open the door, a slow, salty breeze will blow out and the entire room will be pitch black. Enter the room and shut the door. You will wait 10 minutes to 40 minutes, depending on the last time you saw your parents? Advertisements. After the time is up, a single shrill... That scared the crap out of me. Throwing things at me while I'm reading about a creepy post office box. What the fuck? Throwing things at me. A single shrill scream will sound. If you flinch, you will wake up in your bed sweating. If you don't flinch, close your eyes quickly and start running. You run for about 4 to 7 minutes depending on how fast you are, and then you will hit a wall. Do not open your eyes. The ground will feel warm. Your eyelids will see the color red. Do not open your eyes. Just feel around until you find a ring on the floor. The ring will be cold as ice. Pull the ring and a trap door will open. Enter the trap door. I had a weird thing happen to me that's CreepyPasta related. Oh, do tell. Do tell. This fucking post box one, it's garbage. This post box one, it's garbage. Advertisements. After doing this, you'll fall through the roof in an office tile in a building in downtown Tulsa and a bathroom stall. In the toilet will be a wallet and a gold ring. Take the gold ring. Do not touch the wallet. What? Let's just ring it to the song amount. Mine up to the point of this one. You can go ring out and you can stick them with your side or not. Thanks for the speed running strat. I liked it with some space. You don't want what the heck? And then what's the door? So wait, you said princess? Now, in Vietnam, when I was looking up random creepypastas when I come in, and I shit you not, when I looked up Ben Drown, my phone glitched. Oh. Fun. Okay, so I looked up princess on this website. All I see is Daddy's Princess. That's it. I look up princess and that's all I found. Daddy's Princess. Yeah, treasured desert island bag. Yeah, the only thing for princess that pops up is Daddy's Princess. Yeah, send me the link. Send. I don't want to read Daddy's Princess. That sounds gross. And grosser than we've already been dealing with. Damn it, Timmy, don't put him in. Ooh, pop. Man, some of these are actually interesting. Okay, I'm looking. Okay, this article's content is marked as mature. Okay. There's your warning. Mature puppy murder. Princess is the titular main antagonist of the creepypasta of the same name. Alright. White German Shepherd with autoscars have been born evil. Because they had the full story in there. Okay. Alright. When Princess's mother, Duchess, gave birth to her litter, the family decided to keep her due to her beautiful white coat. However, soon she was the only one in her litter left, as all the others had been killed. The family assumed the mother had accidentally crushed them, and that was until Princess grew older. Okay, yeah, here's the actual story. Nice, good find, good find. Alright, creepypasta called Princess. Ever wondered if things can just be born evil? In this enlightened age of ours, concepts like good and evil are often painted as outmoded, archaic even. According to the modern thought, people and animals too obviously are simply products of their environment and no more reasonable for their actions than a twig in the stream. But I know better. Some things are just born bad. Hi, you're fine. About 10 years ago, we had a German Shepherd named Duchess, and that had a litter of puppies, 7 in all. 6 looked like any other shepherd you've ever seen. The 7th was a snowy white. Not a true albino, just white fur with a black nose and blue eyes. There's never any doubt of which one we were keeping out of that litter. We named her Princess. Before the end of the 6 months, any plans we had about giving away or selling the others came a moot point, as all of the others were dead. We just found them at a rate about 1 a month, not mangled or anything, just dead as if they died in their sleep. First we thought maybe their mother, being the first litter and all, accidentally crushed them or something like that. Later we had no doubts that killed them. This one's on the CreepyPasta fandom wiki. If you go to CreepyPasta fandom and you look up Princess, it should be there. But anyway, she came to dominate her mother, her father, tenfold alpha that he was, and to a degree, us too. Her parents shielded away from her, and when we put out their food, she ate to her heart's content, unchallenged by the other two. Once I tried to shoo her away, let the other two eat, she snarled at me, baring those perfect white fangs to her incredulously black gums, and loosing a growl so deep I felt it in my guts more than I heard it. And then I left her alone too. I've often wondered if the parents of serial killers know they have a monster in the making. I mean, sure, some of them are to blame for how their kids turn out, products of fucked up households, systematic abuse of all possible flavors, but then there are just ones that seem to be true aberrations. It's those families I'm curious about. Do they smile and laugh and pretend that everything's fine? I know that we sure did. We downplayed the weirdness around Princess and tried to rationalize her behavior. The bizarre things she'd do. Like killing rabbits and leaving them hung up in the bushes behind our house. Jesus Christ. Sometimes they do to show that they love you. Cats too, my father would say. To them, they're just bringing you food. To me, it looked like she was taunting us. Just like the puppies years earlier, not one of those rabbits ever had a mark on it. Princess, just like her mom and dad, was well looked after and never hurt or meat. It wasn't as if she was searching for food. Her innumerable kills were always untouched. You know, the thing I only ever saw her eat was a kitten. There's some feral cats in the woods around our house, and one mama cat had a litter in our tool shed. Feral really is stretching it. Most of them were tame enough to be petted, the mama being around them. I returned home from school one day and headed around back to look in on them. Oh no, the cats are fucking dead. The door to the shed was open and inside I saw Princess. Her jaws peeked from her feet. As she devoured that last kitten, her beautiful blue eyes never left mine. The mama we found displayed on what I'd come to think of as the rabbit bush. Yeah, Princess is a psycho dog, damn.
Princess.
The pit bull named Princess. This one's just a German Shepherd, damn. The tipping point came that same year when we found her sire dead. He was the best dog we'd ever had, that we will have. We woke one Saturday morning to find him in the backyard, dead without a mark, just looking like many of the rabbits before him. We could count the number of times I ever saw my father cry on one hand, and that was one of them. Well, when we found out how she killed so cleanly, she strangled her prey like a jaguar. The fur at her father's neck was still wet with her saliva. Jesus. We spent the morning burying that good old faithful dog. He didn't send me and my mom away on some pretense. No words were spoken, and there was no doubt what he intended to do. Sure that some of you reading this will find the notion of putting animals down to be abominable. Do you think those dog trainer shows would be able to train Princess? No, I don't think so. I think Princess would kill them first. If I'm being like honest. Princess, the serial killer. Yeah. Yeah. We have really take her to an animal center, give her some other family who could do it, and go to sleep with clear consciousness. Turned out we weren't getting any sleep that night, regardless of our decision. We spent that afternoon at my uncle's house. Once we came in from playing to get a glass of water, I overheard my mom telling my uncle that she sometimes wondered if the dog was possessed or something. I'd sometimes wondered the same thing. Later that evening, not long before sunset, we got a call from Dad. Apparently the deed was done. By the time we ran home, he'd already washed up and changed clothes, but there was little he could have done to hide his wounds, even less to hide the haunted look in his eyes. Both his arms and one leg were bandaged, and that was bad enough. What struck me was all he is, just how terrified he looked. It wasn't until I'd actually been through combat that I recognized that expression. It's how men look after they stare death straight in the face. My father never talked about it, but he drafted a friend up from the street to come help, and it's from him that I get this part of the story. Princess was many things. Bloodthirsty and evil chief among them, but stupid wasn't among them. And that, if nothing else, she took after her father. Her dad, Rocky, was famous for letting himself into the house if it was storming out. He figured out how to paw open the sliding glass door from the patio, and what was really astounding is that he also had the presence of mind to close it behind him. Dang. A dog closing the door behind them is so fucking rare. God, I wish my dogs closed the doors behind them. Oh, my office drive. Oh, my music stopped. Wait a minute, what the fuck? Bam. Music. Back to Princess. Princess. Not being stupid, she knew something was up and made herself scarce as fearing it. Well, instead, not wanting to put this off and being in full-on revenge mode, called his friend from down the road and filled him in, so off on the hunt the two of them went. Oh, no, to say pretend that I haven't heard this morning. Oh, no. I wonder... Well, no, the friends lived, so I was like, In his own words, she was laying for us. If it sounds absurd to say the princess lay in ambush, then I failed at conveying just how wrong everything about her truly was. She led them on the chase with those words, barking whatever it seemed the stupid humans had lost her again. Then she laid up beneath an overhang on the creek bank just where the path crossed it and waited. She was on my father the instant he stepped down into the creek, grabbing his leg and making it fall headfirst into the water. She went straight for his throat. My dad had already lost his rifle at that point, and he grabbed her with both hands to try and fend her off, wrestling with 115 pounds of teeth, claws, and muscle in a foot and a half of water. Princess was savaging his arms all the while. Oh, man. At some point, he managed to work his legs up between him and the dog and kick her away from him, threading Center's clean shot, which he took, catching Princess through the chest, but a second round through her head point blank. Helped my dad get back home into the emergency room, telling him to go back this after but they got back home. Oh, man. Hello, Twisted. Welcome in. Welcome, welcome. We are reading CreepyPastas. Well, thank you. Another scuffling for my bag. They give you a warning now. They do get kind of dark and graphic. So, yeah. Reading about Princess, the German Shepherd. Let's see. Where were we? There we go. Hello, Honora. Welcome in. Welcome, welcome. We are reading CreepyPastas, so I will also extend you the warning of things might be a little graphic. Museum telling you go back after Christmas once they got home.
I've been in a bloody fight.
Covered in blood, just like the people fighting Princess. She can rot where she is was all my dad had to say on that subject. After they got back from the hospital, a neighbor went back to his ATV to pick up Princess for burial. He was a dog lover like us, and it just didn't seem right to him to leave her. If he'd spent as much time tiptoeing around as we had, he might have felt differently. Have you read The Pen Pal? I have not. We could probably read that one next. Hello, Iris. Welcome in. Welcome, welcome. Reading Le CreepyPastas. Okay, there. I found my place again. It's long. We've got like 40 minutes. She flat wasn't there, he said. No blood trail, nothing. He also said that he had been there poking around for a few minutes. He had noticed something else strange. No birds. It was dead quiet the way the woods sometimes get right before a bad storm blows in. Wisely, he got right the hell out of there. There was a storm coming, all right. Oh, thank you. That night, just came pawing at the back door when again something she did was done all the time to us. I had a dream. Then I was playing football in the backyard with some buddies and ran over to a bathroom landing near Rocket's grave. As I reached for it, Princess head is shoved up out of the ground to grab my hand. I woke off of a drone, promptly scared out of roughly 10 more years of my life by the silhouette of the German Shepherd in the hallway. It was Duchess, of course. She was sitting in the hallway, whining and wagging her tail nervously. She was looking back towards the front of the house. I walked over to her and placed my hand on her big dog head and said, "What is it, girl?" That's when I heard the distinctive sound of claws on grass. On glass, something was pawing at the patio door. Still terrified, I grabbed Duchess by the collar and dragged her along with me to my parents' room, shutting the door behind me. I was 14. I was terrified. But even though that terror treating my parent room was just for the security of mommy and daddy, that's where the guns were. Go shoot the dog! I woke them up and told them what I'd heard. "Oh, sweet Jesus," my mother said. My dad got up and locked the bedroom door and said, "Y'all lock yourselves in the bathroom." I heard the patio door slide open and any of the rest of us had doubted what had just come into the house. Duchess sure didn't. The only thing she'd ever feel in this world was her own thoughts. A deep rumble of a growl vibrated on the floor beneath her bare feet. And Duchess's bladder let go as if on cue. Mine wasn't far from doing the same. Oh, the poor baby. What followed was a 6-hour exercise in pure terror, punctuated by snarling attacks on the bedroom door, crashes through the rest of the house as Princess found more things to break. Whispered prayers from my mother and litanies of curses from my father as another of his attempted forays out of the bedroom were thwarted. We were without a phone. The only one of my parents' nightstand was dead. We'd later find the phone line to have been ripped out at the main box. Do you think PETA would come after them for killing Princess? Knowing PETA, probably. Then again, isn't PETA the organization that wore, like, dead fox skins to try and promote not killing foxes? Not interested. I'm not interested in whatever video game PETA has made. Hello, Seraphim, welcome in. Welcome, welcome. We are reading CreepyPastas. We are reading Princess right now. Evil dog. Evil, nasty dog. Let's see. My mom suggested that we try to make it to the car, and above and beyond everything else, it was my father's response to that idea that really scared me. Of the three of us, he was supposed to be the rational thinker, and here's what we got instead. Here's what we got instead was, "Honey, I think that's what it wants us to do." The world through the windows turned from black to gray. Quiet fell over the house. My mom and I watched through the windows, craning our heads in an attempt to get an eye on the patio door, but try as we might, the best we could manage was a view of most of the patio, more than enough of concealment for a dog to slink in or out, even a big one like Princess. After an hour of silence, my dad quietly opened the bedroom door, but I remember thinking what a useless gesture any attempt at stealth was. Dog sensors are so much more accurate than ours. We might as well fire 21 guns salute. Dad stopped in the hallway and shooed me back in the bedroom. "Don't come out until I say, okay?" Dude, the dad's gonna die. The dad's gonna, like, get murdered. Carefully, he made his way through the house to the patio door. We heard him shut it before he shouted back to us to stay in the bedroom until he told us to come out. Through the door, I could hear him moving around with seemed to be dropping things into a garbage bag. After about 30 minutes, he gave us the all clear. What greeted us was a disaster. Ripped up cushions and pillows, destroyed furniture, shredded papers and books, and all over the floor. What's most terrible was the smears of gore all over everything. My mother wondered aloud about what she'd drug into the house. Grim-faced, my father did not answer. He simply turned and headed out back to bury Rocky for a second time. Princess dug up the dog! Oh. Princess dug up the corpse of her dad and drug it around the house. Jesus. Well, I mean, that's one way to paint it red. I guess. We cleaned up as best as we could while Dad drove down to our neighbor's house to make all the appropriate calls. After all these years, I still wonder what portion of the homeowner's insurance covers attacked by undead demon ghost dog. I say like I didn't know that. You knew. Like you're Unspoken, we all wondered what the night would bring. As it turned out, we never got a repeat, but Duchess never left the house again. Time rolled on. Kitchen, we find a new present on the rabbit bush. Just a friendly reminder that another token of Princess is abiding of love. About 2 years into college, my dad called to tell me that our neighbor had passed. Heart attack in his sleep, the coroner says. But we were both thinking was not a mark. There are plenty of nights where I wonder what the last thing was to pass before that old bachelor's eyes. I guarantee you it stared right back. I've seen firsthand how it feeds. Not long after that, my folks put the house up for sale. I sort of acted as a go-between on that deal. About a week after the new owners moved in, I received a call from the man of the house. He wanted to know if we'd left any pets behind when we moved. Already fearing the answer, I asked him why, and he asked, "Oh, Mimi keeps seeing this white shepherd in the woods. Pretty. Pretty." The end. And that was Princess. A 7 out of 10. Pretty good. We love dog paintbrushes, I guess. Sorry. That was pretty good. I like that one. Alright. Let's look up Pen Pal. Right. I need water. Other than trying to kill the family, Princess reminded me of my dog. Was your dog a territorial nightmare? Hello, Tantan! Hello! Welcome in! Ugh, my nose is... How are you doing? We're reading creepypastas. Yay! That's good. Oh, thank you! I'd wave back, but a little stiff. She controlled the other dogs, nearly ate a kitten, and my cousins were scared of her. Oh my goodness. Your dog was like Princess. I also love a good creepypasta. We're about to read Pen Pals. At least I think this is. Reddit user on r/no-sleep long read back to each part of the video as a standalone story. Like novel, what follows though are the original postings. Okay, so this one is the original posting of Pen Pal. Alright. This is long, so I apologize for that. I've never had to tell the story with enough detail to actually explain it all the way. But it is true, and it happened when I was about 6 years old. In a quiet room, if you press your ear against the pillow, you can hear your heartbeat. As a kid, the multiple rhythmic beats sounded like soft footsteps on carpeted floor. As a kid, almost every night, just as I was about to drift to sleep, I would hear these footsteps and I would be ripped back into consciousness, terrified. True story. Ooh. My entire childhood, I lived with my mother in a fairly nice neighborhood that was in a transitional phase. People of lower economic means were gradually moving in, and my mother and I were two of these people. Then the kind of house you see being transported in two pieces on the interstate. But my mom took good care of it. I'm trying to calm down. Thank you. I will be calm. We got this. Don't tell me to calm down. You're calm down. Miss input. Thank you, Seraphim. That's a lot of stars. That is a lot of stars, actually. Alright, where were we? Let's see. Okay, I found my place. There were a lot of woods surrounding the neighborhood that I would play in and explore during the day, but at night, as things often do to a kid, they took on a more sinister feeling. This, coupled with the fact that, due to the nature of our house, there's fairly large crawl space underneath, filled my mind with imaginary monsters and inescapable scenarios, which would consume my thoughts, and I was awoken by the footsteps. Oh, this poor dude. Spooking himself to death. I told my mom about the footsteps, and she said that I was just imagining things. I persisted enough that she blasted my ears with water from a turkey baster once just to play me. Well, I mean, hey, if you don't got a spray bottle, turkey baster works just as well. Now you gotta hit him with the Super Soaker ballistic, like, rocket launcher, whatever it was. Like a bazooka, and you pump it, and the more you pump it, the harder it hits. Your kid won't shut up, just hit him with one of those. So she thought that would help. Of course it didn't. Despite all the creepiness and footsteps, the only weird thing that ever happened was that every now and then I would wake up on the bottom bunk despite having gone to sleep on the top. But this was a bit weird since I'd sometimes get up to piss or something to drink and could remember just going back to sleep on the bottom bunk. I'm an only child, so it didn't matter. This would happen once or twice a week, but waking up on the bottom bunk wasn't too terrifying. But one night, I didn't wake up on the bottom bunk. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. I heard the footsteps, but was too far gone to be woken up by them. When I was awoken, it wasn't from the sound of footsteps or a nightmare, but because it was cold. Really cold. When I opened my eyes, and I saw stars. I was in the woods. Bro went camping without a tent. I sat up immediately and tried to figure out what was going on. I thought I was dreaming, but that didn't seem right. Though neither did me being in the woods. There was a deflated pool float in front of me. One of those shaped like a shark. Where you ever just wake up in the middle of the woods? This actually reminds me, one time for a school trip, did Burr smoke? I don't think so. I don't know, man. Yeah, I remember there was this camping thing for school, and if the parents signed off the okay, they, like, would ship us off to these mountains. Like, on top of the mountains. And, dude, the area up there was so fucking creepy at night. I remember I had to leave from, like, the cabin to walk over to, like, the dining hall. Because it was, like, one of the last nights, and there was, like, a fire on the mountain. And I remember while walking there alone, it was so creepy. And it's like, I could have sworn I felt people staring at me, but I was the only one outside. The woods are freaky, dude. No. I don't want your stupid woods. It only added to the surreal feeling. But after a while, it seemed like I just wasn't going to wake up because I wasn't asleep. I still had to orient myself but didn't recognize these woods. I've lived in the woods by my house all the time, so I knew them really well, but these weren't the same woods. Then how could I get out? I took a step and felt a shooting pain in my foot. Knocked me back to where I'd just been laying. I stepped on a thorn. By the light of the moon, I could see that they were everywhere. I looked at my other foot. It was fine, a matter of fact, so was the rest of me. I didn't have another scratch on me, and I wasn't even that dirty. I cried for a little bit, then stood back up. Didn't know which way to go, so I just picked the direction. Just the urge to call out since I wasn't sure I wanted to be found by who or what might be out there. I walked for what seemed like hours. I tried to walk in a straight line, and of course, correct when I had to take detours. But I was a kid and I was afraid. There weren't any howls or screams, and only once did I hear any noise that scared me. It sounded like a crying baby. I think now that it was just a cat, but I panicked, ran veering in different directions, avoiding big thickets of bushes, and collapsed trees. I was paying close attention to where I stepped because at that point my feet were in pretty bad shape. I paid too much attention to where I was stepping, not enough to where those steps were leading, because not long after hearing the cry, I saw something that filled me with the kind of despair I hadn't experienced since. It was the pool float. I was only 10 feet from where I had woken up. Oh man, this poor dude. This wasn't magic or some supernatural space bending. I was lost. Up until that moment, I thought about getting out of the woods more than how I got in. But being back at the beginning caused my mind to swim. I wasn't even sure that these were my woods. I'd only been hoping that they were. Had I run in a huge circle around that spot, or did I just get turned around and start making my way back? How was I going to get out? At the time, I thought the North Star was just the brightest star, so I found the brightest one and followed it. Eventually, things started to look familiar when I saw the ditch. A dirt ditch me and my friends would have dirt clod wars in. What's a dirt clod war? What the heck? I knew made it out, but at the point I was walking really slowly because my feet hurt so much, but I was happy to be so close to home that I broke into a light jog. When I saw the roof of my house over a neighboring lower set house, a little light sob ran faster. I just wanted to be home. I'd already decided that I wouldn't say anything because I had no idea what I could possibly say. I'd get back in the house somehow, clean up, get in bed, and my heart sunk as around the corner of my house came fully into view. Every light in the house was on. I knew my mom was up, and I knew I'd have to explain. I'll try to explain where I'd been. Thank you for the follow. Thank you, thank you. This one's actually pretty good. What the heck? My run became a jog, which became a walk. I saw her silhouette through the blinds, and although I was worried about how to explain things to her, it didn't matter to me at that point. I walked up to the couple of steps to the porch, put my hand on the doorknob, and turned. Right before I pushed her, but 2 arms wrapped around me and pulled me back. I want that. Let's see. It's feeling like my mom. Help me, mom. Please, mom. The feeling of being so close to being safe and physically. That's my no. Excuse me. I got booped. How dare. How heckin' dare. The feeling of being so close to being safe and then physically pulled away from it filled me with a kind of dread that is, even after all these years, indescribable. Yoink! Dude, guy got the rug pulled out from under him. The door had been torn away from open. The flash punctured my heart, but it wasn't my mom. It was a man, and he was enormous. Darth ran and kicked at the shins of the person holding me, while also trying to get away from the person who had just come out of my house. I was scared, but I was furious. Let me go! Where is she? Where is she? Why is it called pen pal, though? I don't know. Hi, Ram! Welcome in! What's up? No, there's no water. Hello, boobies and tea, welcome in! I am dying a little. The creepypastas are killing me, man. I got no water. So welcome in, welcome in. We are reading Pen Pal. I think we're like... Oh, we're barely just starting. Where is she? Oh, you're sick? No! Just get better. Just recover. I know, I'm so helpful. I'm so incredibly helpful. Look at me go. Giving the greatest advice ever. Exactly. See? Okay. Let me go. Where is she? Where's my mom? Why'd you kill her? It's my throat stung from screaming, and I was drawing in another breath. I became aware of the sound that had been present for longer than it proceeded. Honey, please calm down. I've got you. It sounded like my mom. The arms loosened and set me down as a man approaching me blocked out the porch light with his head. I noticed his clothes. It was a cop. Turned the face before time, he saw that it really was my mom. Little Mal. Man's beating up his mom. It was close. He was caught. I turned the face before him and saw it really was my mom. Everything was okay. I began to cry, and the three of us went inside. I'm so glad you're home, sweetie. I was worried I'd never see you again. By that point, she was crying, too. Go beat him. Beat him. How dare you leave in the middle of the night? Beat his head. Dude, those claps were way louder than I thought they were gonna be. Oh my god. I actually scared myself. Oh man. I'm gonna fight you. Me and Nimble 1v1 in the Denny's parking lot. I'm sorry, I don't know what happened. I just wanted to come home. I'm sorry. It's okay, just don't ever do that again. I'm not sure me and my shins could take it. A little laughter broke from the sauce and smile, but I'm sorry for kicking you. You have to grab me like that. I was just afraid you'd run away again. I was confused. What do you mean? You found your note on your pillow, she said, and pointed to the piece of paper at the officer sliding across the table. Picked up the note to read it. It was a running away letter. It said that I was unhappy and never wanted to see her or any of my friends again. Police officer exchanged a few words with my mom on the porch while I stared at the letter. I didn't remember writing a letter. I didn't remember anything about any of this. But even if I sometimes went to the bathroom at night and didn't remember, or if I could have gone into the woods on my own. Even if all that could have been true, the only thing I knew at that point was, this isn't how you spell my name, and I didn't write this letter. And that was part 1. It's not bad. It is not bad. Is it great? Yeah, it's pretty good. Oh, I think him going to the bathroom or waking up on the bottom bunk is like an alternate him or whatever. Maybe. That makes sense why it's called Pen Pal. So wait, they read his running away letter, but didn't realize his name was spelt wrong? Ma'am? What are you on? I don't know if... It doesn't matter if it was dark. You could turn the light on, read the letter, and see, wait, that's not how my son's name is spelled. My son's been kidnapped. Like, come on, bro. They were so... No, it doesn't say what they were. Were they? Were they not? I don't know. Alright. That first one was called Footsteps. The second one is called Balloons. Interesting. Balloony. Alright. A couple days ago, I posted a story called Footsteps here on /NoSleep. There were a number of questions that made me curious about certain details about my childhood, and so I spoke with my mother. Exacerbated by my questions, she said, why don't you just tell them about the goddamn balloons if they're so interested? As soon as she said that, I remembered so much about my childhood that I had forgotten. The story will provide some greater context for the previous story, which I think you should read first. Though the order isn't of vital importance, reading the story first will put you in a place more effectively since I remembered the events of Footsteps first. If you have questions or anything, please do ask. Blah 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 blah. Predisposition stuff. So I guess this is a true story. What the heck? Interesting. Alright. When I was 5 years old, I went to an elementary school that, from what I couldn't understand, was really adamant about the importance of learning through activity. Oh, I hated those. It was part of a new program designed to allow children to rise at their own pace, and to facilitate this, the school encouraged teachers to come up with really innovative lesson plans. Each teacher was given the latitude to create his or her own themes that would run for the duration of the grade. And all the lessons in math, reading, etc. were designed in the spirit of the theme. These things were called groups, and there was a space group, a sea group, an earth group, and the group I was in, community. Wow. Sea, earth, space, community. Wow. This seems so boring compared to everything else. What the heck? What? No kid wants to be in the community group. Dude, you should let the kids name it, or call it, like, the fire group or something. Anything other than community. In kindergarten in this country, you don't learn much except how to tie your shoes and how to share. So most of it isn't very memorable. I remember 2 things very clearly. I was best at writing my name the right way, and the balloon project, which was really the hallmark of the community group, since it was a pretty clever way to show how a community functioned at a really basic level. Probably heard of this activity. On one Friday, I remember being Friday because I was excited about the project, it being the end of the week. Toward the beginning of the year, we walked into the classroom in the morning and saw that there was a fully inflated balloon tied off with a string taped to each of our desks. Sitting on each of our desks was a marker, a pen, a piece of paper, and an envelope. The project was to write a note on the paper, put it in the envelope, attach it to the balloon which we could draw a picture drawn if we wanted. Most of the kids started fighting over the balloons because they wanted different colors, but it started on my note which I thought a lot about. All the notes had to follow the structure, but when we were allowed to be as creative within those boundaries. My note was something like this. Hi, you found my balloon. My name is Name and I attend blank elementary school. You can keep the balloon, but I hope you write me back. I like Mighty Max, exploring, building forts, swimming, and friends. What do you like? Write me back soon. Here's $1 for the mail. On the dollar, I wrote first stamps right across the front, which my mom said was unnecessary. But I thought it was genius, so I did it. Bro, you're wasting $1. That's a whole dollar. The teacher took a Polaroid of each of us with our balloons and had us put them in the envelope along with the letter. They also included another letter that I assume explained the nature of the project and sincere appreciation for anyone's participation in writing back. And sending photos of the city or neighborhood. That was the whole idea. Build a sense of community without having to leave the school. Establish a safe contact with other people. It seemed like such a fun idea. That's not foreshadowing at all. For the next couple weeks, the letters started to roll in. Most came with pictures of different landmarks, and each time a letter would come in, the teacher would pin a picture on the big wall map we had put up, showing what the letter had come from and how far the balloon had traveled. It's a really smart idea, because we actually looked forward to coming to school to see if we had gotten our letter. For the duration of the year, we had one day a week where we could write back to our pen pal or another student's pen pal in case our letter hadn't come in yet. Mine was one of the last to arrive. When I came to the classroom at the desk once again, I didn't see any letter waiting for me, but I sat down and the teacher approached me and handed me an envelope. I must have looked so excited because as I was about to open it, she put her hand on mine to stop me and said, "Please don't be upset." Oh? I didn't understand what she meant. Why would I be upset when my letter had come? Initially, I was mystified that she would even know what was in the envelope, then I realized, of course, the teacher had screened the contents to make sure something was seen. But all the same, how could I be disappointed? When I opened the envelope, I understood. There was no letter. No! The only thing in the envelope was a Polaroid. But I can't really make out what it was. It looked like a patch of the desert, but it was too blurry to decipher. It appears that the camera had been moved while the picture was being taken. There was no return address, so I couldn't even write back if I wanted to. I was crushed. School year pressed on, and letters had stopped coming to nearly all the other students. After all, you could only continue a written correspondence with the kindergartner for so long. Everyone, including myself, had lost interest in the letters almost completely. Then I got another envelope. Another one. My excitement was rejuvenated, and I reveled in the fact that I was still getting a letter when most of the other pen pals had abandoned their involvement. It made sense that I received another delivery. There had been nothing but a blurry picture on the first one. This was probably to make up for that. But then again, there was no letter at all. Just another picture. DJ Khaled! Another one. Dude, another blurry picture. It's another blurry picture. Did you guys see the DJ Khaled meme where he's got like the Yu-Gi-Oh arm thing? He's like, another one, and he plays a Yu-Gi-Oh card. It's one of my favorites. It's so good. It's just him doing that, another one, and playing Yu-Gi-Oh. Great. Great. Just another picture. This one was more distinguishable, but I still didn't understand it. The photograph was angled way up, catching the top corner of a building, and the rest of the image was distorted by a lens flare from the sun. Hello, Orxie, welcome in. We're reading the Pen Pals CreepyPasta. Sorry if it's a little, I've been yapping. Yap, 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 yap. There we go. Back to Pen Pal. I'm too out of touch to know what a DJ Khaled is. Gotta get spooky in December. Yeah!
Spooky all year round.
Exactly. Every month is spooky month. Good verb. Yes. Verb? A verb. DJ Khaled is a one DJ who screams his name every time his song is as a part of a trademark. He does. DJ Khaled. Dude, why do rappers feel need to be like, yeah. Yeah, that's my rapper name. Yeah. And then their like shitty rap song starts. Like, what's the point?
Shitty. Not all of it.
Not all of them are bad, but it's like a lot of them will be like every rapper starts their song like with their name. Why?
It's because it's a sense of identity.
In the song?
Yes.
Is it enough to have, like, your name on the album?
No, not all the time.
It
It's
just seems so
different
weird.
culture.
There are probably some wholesome pastas. We haven't found any yet, though. Because the balloons didn't travel very far, and because they were all launched on the same day, the board became a bit cluttered, and so the policy of the students still exchanging letters became that they could take photographs home. My best friend Josh had the second highest number of pictures taken home by the end of the year. His pen pal was really cooperative and sent pictures from all around the neighboring city. Josh took home, I think, 4 pictures. I took home nearly 50. That's a lot of pictures. The envelopes were all opened by the teacher. After a while, I stopped even looking at the pictures. I, however, saved them in one of my drawers that housed my collection of rocks, baseball cards, comic book cards, Marvel Metal cards for those who might remember, and little miniature baseball batting helmets that I'd get out of vending machines of the Winn-Dixie after T-ball games. The school year over, my attention turned to other things. My mom had gotten me a small snow cone machine for Christmas that year, and Josh really coveted it. So much so that his parents bought him a slightly nicer one for his birthday, which was towards the end of the school year. That summer, we had the idea that we were going to set up a snow cone stand to make money. We thought we'd make a fortune selling snow cones at $1. Josh lived in a different neighborhood, but we eventually decided that my neighborhood would be better because there are a lot of people who cared for their lawns. The yards in my neighborhood were slightly bigger. We did this for 5 weekends in a row until Mom told us we had to stop. I've only recently come to understand why she did that. Ah, that's so funny. On the 5th weekend, Josh and I were counting our money because we both had a machine where we each had separate stack of money we put together into one stack and then split evenly. We made a total of $16. $16? Sheesh, that's a lot of money. Josh paid out my $5. A feeling of profound surprise consumed me. The dollar had said 4 stamps. Josh noticed my stocks and asked if he had miscounted. I told him about the dollar and said, "That's so cool, man." And as I thought about it, I came to agree. The idea that the dollar had made it right back to me after changing so many hands floored me. I rushed inside to tell my mom, by excitement coupled by her being distracted by a phone call made my story incomprehensible that she responded simply by saying, "Oh wow, that's neat." Frustrated, I ran back inside and told Josh I had something to show him. Back in my room, I opened the door, took out the stack of envelopes, and showed him some of the pictures. That's a lot of pictures. Started with the first picture, and we went through about 10 before Josh lost interest and asked if I wanted to go play in the ditch. Before his mom came to pick him up, so that's what we did. Your pictures were boring, man. Let's go play in a ditch.
Yeah.
Man, your pictures are lame. That's so funny. We had a dirt war for a while, but it was interrupted several times by rustling in the woods around us. There are raccoons and stray cats that live there. Yeah, I guess, but tell me why I got thrown off when Jason Derulo didn't say his name in a song. True. Dude, I'm never gonna understand the rap scene. It was like, oh no, not the Christmas song. Dude, however glad I am that Christmas is almost over. It's almost New Year's already. The year's already almost over. What the heck, man? I don't want the year to be over yet. Bro, the fucking Solen thing happened. I blink and now it's after Christmas. What the fuck? Oh man, it's almost 2025. I'm not gonna think about it. I'm gonna go back to the pasta. I'm going back to the spooky soup. Let's see. Too much noise, and we traded guesses at what was an attempt to scare each other. My last guess was that it was a mummy, but in the end, Josh kept insisting it was a robot because the sounds that we heard before we left. He got a little serious and looked me right in the eyes and said, "You heard it, didn't you? It sounded like a robot. You heard it too, right? The Slen thing?" Yeah. Dude, her termination happened in February, and now it's December already. December already. Already. Like, I feel like this year went way too fast. Can we roll it back? Can we roll it back? Take it back one more. Where'd it go? Where'd the year go? It's so old. Right? It's like I blinked and 2024 is just gone. Poof. It's weird. What? Man. Oh, so weird. Time goes too fast. Time goes way too fast. Can I just pause? Make no more. Cease your time, speedy feed. I had heard it. It sounded like mechanical, and like, really, it was probably a robot. It's only now that I understand what we heard. When we got back to Josh's mom was waiting for him at the kitchen table with my mom. Josh told his mom about the robot. Our moms laughed, and Josh went home. My mom and I ate dinner, and then I went to bed. I didn't stay in bed for long before I crept out and decided that due to the day's events, I would revisit the envelopes now, since the whole affair seemed much more interesting. I took the first envelope and set it on the floor and the blurry desert Polaroid on top. I laid the second envelope right next to it and placed an oddly angled Polaroid at the building's top corner. Didn't see each picture until they formed a grid that was about 5 by 10. I was always taught to be careful with things I was collecting, even if I wasn't sure if they were valuable. I noticed that the pictures gradually became more descriptive. There was a tree with a bird on it, a speed limit sign, power line, a group of people walking into some building, and it's still something that affects me so powerfully that I can now, as I write this, distinctly remember feeling dizzy and capable of only a single repeating thought. Why am I in this picture? This pen pal was taking pictures of him? That's fucking creepy. In this photograph of the group of people entering the building, I saw myself holding hands with my mother in the very back of the crowd of people. We were at the very edge of the photo, but it was undeniably us. My eyes swam over the sea of Polaroids became increasingly anxious. Really odd feeling. It wasn't fear, it was the feeling you got when you get when you are in trouble. Not sure why I was flooded with the feeling, but I sat there floundering the photos. After the one that had so powerfully struck me. I was in every photo. Oh! None of them were close-ups. None of them were only of me, but I was in every single one of them. Off to the side, in the back, bottom of the frame, some of them only had the tiniest part of my face captured at the very edge of the photo. But nonetheless, I was there. I was always there. I didn't know what to do. Fucking stalker. Jeez. I'm gonna take endless pictures. Wow. What the heck? This is supposed to be a silly little pen pal. Gross. Gross. So your mind works in funny ways as a kid, but there was a large part of me that was afraid of getting in trouble for simply stoning up. Since I already had a looming feeling of have done something wrong, and I said that I would wait until tomorrow. What are we doing at the moment? We are reading the second story in the pen pal story. The CreepyPasta. I could probably honestly finish pen pals tomorrow. Read the other 4 parts. The next day, my mom was off work and I spent most of the morning cleaning up around the house. I watched cartoons, I imagine, and waited until I thought it was a good time to show her the Polaroids. When she went off to get the mail, I grabbed a couple of the pictures and put them on the table in front of me as I sat waiting for her to come back. When she returned, she saw her opening the mail and threw some junk mail into the trash can and I said, Mom, can you come here for a second? I have these pictures. Just give me a minute, honey. I need to mark these on the calendar. The mom is uninterested as hell. Oh, God. Also, welcome back, Richard. Welcome back. After a minute or two, she came and stood behind me and asked what I needed. I could hear her shuffling with the mail behind me as I looked at the Polaroids, told her about them. As I explained and pointed more to the pictures showing her, she said, I'm okay as decreed. She was suddenly completely quiet, only making a little noise with the mail. Yeah, we're reading the pen pal one. This is part 2, called Balloons. The laser had sounded as she was trying to catch her breath in the room that had no air in it. At last, her struggling gasps were conquered, and she simply dropped the remaining mail on the table and ran to the kitchen to get the phone. Oh, I'm sorry, I didn't know about these. Please don't be mad at me. With the phone pressed to her ear, she was making running back and forth, shouting into it. I nervously fiddled with the mail, sending it out to my Polaroids. Top envelope had something sticking out of it thoughtlessly, and I anxiously pulled on it until it came out. It was another Polaroid. Confused, I thought that somehow one of my Polaroids had slipped into the stack when she threw the mail down, but when I turned it over, I was supposed to realize that I had not seen this one before. To my dismay, it was me, but this one was a much closer shot, and I was surrounded by trees and was smiling. But it wasn't just me, I noticed. Josh was there too. This was us from yesterday. Yes, I thought somehow one of my Polaroids slipped into. Oh, yeah, I read that. I started yelling from my mom. I was still screaming in the phone. She yelled at her and said she panicked with what, and I can only answer who you're calling. I'm talking with the police, honey. But why? I'm sorry, I didn't mean to do anything. Oh, the poor child thought process. She answered to me with a response I never understood until I was forced to revisit these events in the earliest years of my life. She grabbed the envelope off the table, and the picture of Josh and I spun and slipped, landing next to the other Polaroids in front of me. Got the envelope up to my eyes and could only look at her and watch as all the color began draining out of her face. With tears welling up in her eyes, she said she had to call the police because there was no postmark. It's a news! It's a news! We love autocorrect. There we go. That was the first two parts of Pen Pal. I'm gonna keep this so that I can read this tomorrow. And we will finish the Pen Pal tomorrow. My throat's starting to hurt. But that was pretty good. I like that a lot. There's no package stamp! I'm excited. The sound effects made it top tier. Sound effects would be being a dumbass. Man. I think my viewer thinks it's fucked up from how funny this kind of was. Ah, man. There we go. Boink. Boink! I live! But alright. I'm gonna go ahead and end it here. But I'll probably be back on Twitch in like 30 minutes. Realistically. Thank you all for tuning in. I appreciate it. And we will continue Pen Pal tomorrow. Have a good night. Rest well. Enjoy themselves. Bye-bye.